all right. Lovely people, welcome once again to the Not Just a Crap podcast. My name is Kojo, as usual. You can call me Reality. Great, great, great. It's been amazing. The first video went well, and thank you guys for your support. Thanks for the feedback and everything. We take it in good faith. All right. So we're back today once again with an amazing topic to discuss. Now with me, I got my man King Hassan. Trust me, this guy is a guru when it comes to the northern media space. He's been in the media space for about 7 years with 7 awards. Can you imagine? Right. And all these was gained in about 4 years. I mean, he's won back to back the Drive Presenter of the Year, Entertainment Presenter of the Year, a student, best student of the year, amongst so many others. So when it comes to media space in the north, trust me, Ken Hassan is one of the best people we can go to when we need information. Yo, bro, you're welcome to Not Just a Crap podcast.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reality. It's a great pleasure to be a part of this show today.
Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. So next is my man D General Jerry G. I mean, he's as usual gonna give us the great knowledge he's got in the space in terms of entertainment, events, and all the happenings that's going on inside Bono and its environs. Right. So it's gonna be great. How are you, my man Jerry?
I'm also good. Once again, it's been a pleasure
Yep.
coming on again. I think the first edition was marvelous one, and I really love it. And then again, I couldn't say no to this because sorry, we need to get it going.
Gradually. That's
Yeah.
fine. Today we're not talking much. Basically, we want to know what basically some of the highlights within the week. And for me, I told you I am not in Ghana at the moment, but I tell you what I see on the media space. Exactly. So if I'm not seeing something, probably I am either not following the right people or the people are not probably doing enough promotion to get across. All right. So that's why
Mm.
we're doing all this. So this week, the major thing I heard in Ghana and then I mean worldwide is the Sark Bob Marley collaboration, which
Yeah.
I believe has taken the world to something else. So um first of all, Ken Hassan, what do you think about the collaboration with the legendary Bob Marley? And then issues surrounding it. We'll get to the issues surrounding it. But first of all, what do you think about that collaboration?
The collaboration, like you said, the word you use, legendary, is just the perfect word to use for a personality like Bob Marley. And, with the likes of Sarkodie, getting Bob Marley, on a collaboration is actually a big plus for Sarkodie. That song has actually been trending everywhere on social media, every platform from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. People are just talking about it, reacting about it, and
Right.
trust me, it's actually a big move for South Korea. I believe that this music business is all about how smart one is, and South Korea
Yep.
undoubtedly is one of the smartest artists in GH because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who could actually materialize this particular move South Korea has taken across the world. The likes of Jay Z, the likes of DJ Khaled, the likes of Nas, the likes of all the big names.
Right.
And so to have South Korea from Africa and particularly Ghana to embark on this particular project is a big one for his name, and it's a big one for his accolades and his achievements. And I believe this is actually going a long way to help him. And we all know that Bob Marley is actually late, but of
Yep.
course, South Korea definitely would have to follow the due procedure
Mm-hmm.
to be granted the right to do that. And I believe if South Korea isn't anyone that can actually make things kind of 100% perfect, I'm not sure they would grant him the right to do that. So it's actually a big good move for South Korea, and
Right.
it's something that I love. I listened to the song not once, not twice, and it is something that I actually played for a number of times to listen to. And I've
Okay.
seen big guys in the industry talking about the song. So this should tell you how big the song is and how good Sarkodie has tried with the plan, the idea to even do this is something that many people would never think to do.
Yep.
So it's a good collaboration, a legendary one, of course, and it will be, it will be in the history that Sarko has actually done something with Bob Marley, even though we know Bob Marley is late. But
Yeah,
the kind of personality Bob Marley is, he's late, but his music are still echoing in the ears of music lovers across the world.
exactly.
So this is good. He's dead. He's still
Right,
alive because of his music, and so I don't think it's a wrong move that Sarkodie has taken. It's actually a big move Sarkodie has taken, and it's going to help him a long way for
right.
so many years to come.
That's true. That's true. I agree with you. So do we agree that I think some time ago he made a comment that he has featured somebody bigger than Jay Z?
Yes, he made that
Yeah.
comment. He made that comment, and I remember, that was when Shetomale released, when sorry, Beyonce, is it Beyonce, right?
Yeah,
When
Beyonce.
she
Yeah.
Yeah.
released when she released her song and had Shetomale on it already,
Yep.
and people were everywhere talking about it, and I think one of, is it Posty G or so, who
Yeah.
came and said Sarkodie has actually
Featured.
collaborated with someone who is bigger than Jay Z,
Yep.
and it got people talking on social media, and since then people have actually been looking forward to seeing that song
Who
until
is this
now
person?
with
Yeah.
this person. When he said that, at some point in time, even me as an intimate person,
Yep.
I was just thinking, so who could this person be? Who is
Exactly.
actually bigger than Jay Z
Yeah.
in the music space? I thought all over and over and over, but we know that Jay Z is actually one of the biggest, and probably if there should be anyone bigger than Jay Z,
Should be a
maybe I'll say
legend. Michael
the
Jackson.
late Michael Jackson, exactly, the likes of Tupac.
Yeah, man.
But
Right.
if not Jay Z, then who again? Because all the big names, the big legendaries, some of them are not even alive.
Mm-hmm.
So this actually kept many of us in a suspense,
Right.
waiting for so long to know who exactly they're talking about until now.
Awesome.
That
Awesome.
we
Awesome.
realize that it is Bob Marley.
Awesome. Let's get to my man Jerry G. What you think about the collaboration and what will this mean for Ghana as a nation?
Okay. Greetings to all our whoever is watching. But um, this particular issue has sparked a lot of conversations across the media space, and then, as we all know, this has been one of I mean the stories, top stories for the weekend. Oh, let me just say through the week. And then when this whole thing came, I was like, when I first saw it, I didn't believe it because someone like Bob Marley and then having Sarkodie on a song, it's something that I actually uh, didn't actually believe that will ever happen in Ghana. Somebody would say he's late, so probably it's not that big, and then those kind of stuff. Look, the
Well,
legacy
let
Bob
me not
Marley.
catch you. So you can zoom into what Shatawale said about Sarkodie has featured a ghost and all those
Yes,
brouhaha around it.
I
Yeah.
hope you understand. Yeah,
Right.
that's where I don't actually want to go straight forward. That, but as you
Yeah.
just said, let me just put it that way. Look,
Yep.
although he's late, the legacy he has left is very huge and can never ever be erased. In the what should I even say, in the media space, or is it an entertainment industry or whatever across the globe? Uh, if he isn't the biggest, probably he should be among the first five biggest in the whole world in terms of how should I even say, music worldwide. So Sarkodie being on this project, and then this project has been there for more than 2 years, if I don't get it wrong, because I saw some footages being released, and then the person said he has kept those footages for 2 good years now. And so I think this has been recorded, and then everything was done about 2 years ago. As Posiji came out to say years ago that Sarkodie has featured somebody who bigger than Jay Z. So as Ken Hassan said, we're all looking forward to who that person is. As Hassan said, he has taken some of the words from my mouth. Look, if not wasn't it Michael Jackson, probably should be somebody like Lucky Dube or maybe Bob Marley. And then who should I even mention again? As he said, maybe Tupac Shakur or maybe somebody else. It's a very big collaboration. It's a huge thing.
All right, people. So we've been joined by another amazing personality from BA, Kojo Myopia. He's also known as the Andy Dusty of Kintampo, yeah? Right. I mean, he's the manager of Abiyama, an amazing artist who is coming out from BA, and you need to check her out. And he's an award-winning personality as well, and he's just joined us. We want to know your take, Kojo. about this amazing collaboration between Sarkodie and Bob Marley. What do you think about it and all the brouhaha around this collabo? Right,
All
Kojo.
right. First of all, let me say. First of all, let me thank you for, putting me on this your, enviable platform. I've been watching you, I've been hearing of you, I've been listening to you guys for some time now, and I must say I'm super good, I'm super proud to be on board this morning. Actually, and then happy New Year to everyone. Listening to us right now.
Nice one.
Talking about to the question, talking about this Bob Marley Sark collaboration Brouhaha going on in and around the entertainment fraternity in our country right now. I think it's a big win for Ghana and then Africa as a whole. Let me take it from this angle. Most people, most especially like this our big influencer for now. What Patawale is saying about Sarkodie has featured the goods. We should be, applauding him for now. I think Shatawale and one of his,
Yes,
rants.
antics.
He will always want to. Always would, yes, he will always would love to. Tap into. Anything, everything that is going on. He would love to be talked about. So we should put Shatta aside. That's how he is. That's how he goes about his things. And with regard to how he and Sarkodie they relate, that's it. Talking about the
Right.
collaboration, I think, like I said earlier on, it's a big win for Africa as a whole, not Ghana. Once upon a time, when Posiji tweeted that Sarkodie has tweeted someone bigger than Jay-Z, the whole Ghana, we were all laughing. Who might be bigger than Jay-Z as we speak now? Because Michael Jackson is dead, Bob Marley is dead, and the whole sort of argument went on that time when Beyonce Shatawale collaboration pop up, and then it went on and on and on. And then some section of fan base, took it upon themselves to defend aggressively that Shatawale Beyonce collaboration is the biggest so far, so good. And then as this thing pop up,
Yeah,
Okay,
Kojo.
let's.
Anyway, let's
But just
when it's stable, then we get back to Kojo.
Yeah, yeah.
so probably before you quickly want to take
Yeah,
you know
can.
fight on Tatawale, trying to discredit Sam for this big. Shetawale will always be Shetawale. Whether someone has done something positive or negative, we know who Shetawale is. A lot
I
of
think it's
people
stable now. Yeah,
be mouth artist, and Shetawale will always talk. But you see, he doesn't just talk. He's also one very strategic artist in Ghana. Nobody
yeah,
can take him. He always wants to trend. That is who he is. It's
yeah.
either the story to trend, or others will be trending, and then he find his ways to
To
just
get in.
So,
you know
yeah,
he can just tap into the glory. That's Shetawale for you. So Shetawale saying that South Korea has actually done a song with a ghost. I don't see that to be any problem. And any
yeah.
serious in Ghana who is following music and have interest in story wouldn't discredit South Korea for this big collaboration. What Shetawale has said, is not to me, and it wouldn't change anything about what South Korea has done. So
Exactly. Let me chip this one in as we are on this one. There are two school of thoughts. Yeah, there are these people that think that the trees are going to put in the rap. He should have go all English to be able to get to let the other world understand what he's saying. That school of thought too says it's good he brought in the tree to project the language of Ghana, Africa. And so it's between two school of thoughts. Which one
So,
are you?
so now, how then did they get or approach Sarkodie to be on it? It's through the language that he used. I think he has been using the tree in I think 80% of his what's the name his songs.
Jerry,
Right.
So it's
Jerry,
through that they
Jerry,
they,
can
they
you come in
recruited him
here?
on it.
Jerry,
Yeah,
Jerry, can you come in here?
Yeah.
It's not
yeah,
even
coming.
necessarily about the tree or the English. I think
Yeah,
the people that put Sarkodie on, they know
yeah,
what they want. if it's
Exactly. That's
basically
where I was driving to.
English, like they have people who rap in English around the world. You understand
Yeah.
me? Do you know
Yeah.
what they want to tap in from the guy?
Yeah.
That's why they put
Yeah.
Sarkodie in. And
Exactly where I
Sarkodie,
was driving
he
to.
knows what he wants, knows his
Yeah.
target. He didn't want to leave his culture back.
Yeah, Hassan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hassan,
so
go on.
I've always been saying that music language is not a barrier. I remember it's I think some few weeks ago, is it VIP or so one African countries? I think it's one of the francophone countries, and it was performing an old hip life song, and everyone was actually singing along that song, which was sung in tree.
Right.
Oh,
It's
yeah, 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 yeah. It was
Yeah, from Kawo.
Senegal. I think Senegal or something like that. Yeah, yeah,
Senegal, Senegal,
yeah,
exactly. And everyone was actually singing along the song in tree. So even we Ghana, we listen to a lot of artists, Ashake from Nigeria, the likes of Platinums, Revani, all of them sings in different languages. We
Hmm.
listen to joy. So sometimes to me, I've always been saying, language is the barrier. Music, your talent. But Khalid Jones features Sarkodie, right? From
Yep.
Kenya, sang in Swahili. Most of his rap was actually,
yeah,
recorded in Swahili. And we,
yeah,
we were playing the song and we were comparing him and Sarkodie. People were really slow, even though they don't understand. And we had people his channel, and I was reading the comments, and people were actually opting for Sarkodie and was like, Sarkodie actually murdered it. It's quite surprising because people didn't even understand what Sarkodie was saying.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
Language is actually not a barrier. Your talents, your style, music is all about rhythm and style. So once your rhythm and style is catchy to the one who listen to it, that's
Mm-hmm.
it. So
Mm-hmm.
people say language. I've seen people criticizing that Sarkodie is not the best rapper because he always love to rap in tree. But currently, as we stand, the whole Africa, Sarkodie is the only rapper in Africa who is having more accolade than any other rapper.
yeah.
Okay.
Very true. Yeah,
It's a record. So unless maybe people just don't want to face their reality,
Mm-hmm.
language when it comes, and it
Perfect.
is has rapped with for a long time, for so many years, and that's actually won him all these accolades. Currently, the whole Africa, which rapper has more accolades compared?
That's true. That's true. That's true. So I mean, let's get this. Is it a Ghanaian thing? Why do we dwell so much on the negativity instead of pushing Is it a Ghanaian thing?
Like, I don't think it's a Ghanaian thing. Like it's just an industry thing. It's
I foresee that it's everywhere. But you know that the bad news sells faster than the good news in everywhere. In every that's the human institution. So probably some people also love to also create some kind of gimmicks around it. No matter how good the thing is, somebody will try as much as possible trying to get a hole in it in order to just
Yeah.
create a different conversation. At times, at times, let's also know that even some people from the same camp will try to create these controversies so that it will get us the talkabilities, so that it will attract a lot of attention and then drive all the how should I, the traffic to the whole place. Look, we have some people, so we have some artists, some actresses, and then some people who actually create some bad news about themselves so that it will trend, so that it will later come in that this and this and this and this, so that they will just have the trend. Even Shatta Wali has been doing it. Most of our artists has been doing it in order to get it. So probably at times I don't normally look at that picture, even if this that we are talking about. Look, some of this team, the same team members, can create some kind of things, or he
Yeah.
can even contract some people to create some kind of controversies around it, so that it will spark the conversation. Look, this conversation has been going on, I think, for a week now. Yeah, it started, I think, last Saturday or this Sunday or so that we started getting the excerpts of this whole thing. But see how the conversation is going. Yes, so up to as at now, we are even talking about it. If maybe
Right.
probably it just came out and then nothing came, we would have been relaxed talking about a different thing altogether. So I think those talkabilities does come. It comes with a lot of weight. It gives both good and then the bad side of this whole thing. But how
Right.
we perceive it at the end of the day should be our priority or our major concern.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
get your point. That's true. So, I mean, both the negative and the positives come together to push the thing. The more we are talking about it, the more people are looking out to go and listen to it
yes,
and so on. So basically we take it like that, and I think we can learn lessons from it and then use it based in wherever we find ourselves. If we want
yeah.
to be talked about, these are some of the strategies we probably can use. But let me get back to King Hassan. Last week we did a podcast and we talked about how the Christmas went in Bono region. As you're joining us today, can you give us the perspective from the north? How did the celebration go? Were there events? Did people go out, or and did you feel that uh the year of
Well,
return kind of diasporans coming in up to the north as well?
well, every year, the major shows are all, organized in the Accra, and so
Exactly.
yeah, northern region, it's just as usual, like it has always been happening. You would see artists from other regions coming through to how do I say, to some of these entertainment places, of course, restaurants, perhaps to come and just perform. They are mostly by business owners, those owning clubs, restaurants, to come and of course entertain their customers and guests. And so it has not actually, for Accra, that's where the major shows are, and
Mm-hmm.
and and I don't know why organizers wouldn't want to also consider other regions, probably to stage
Yeah.
one big shows there. Ghana is actually consisting of many regions, so
Exactly.
but sometimes there are a lot of things that organizers also consider, capital and where the cash flows, and where people really buy entertainment and music concerts. Accra is actually different because Tamale, you won't bring whiskey in Tamale and charge, let's say, 500 cities, and people would want to pay and come. And it's not like that. So these are some of the things organizers also consider. But
Yep.
this past Christmas, it's been amazing. Despite the odds, Medical was in Tamale at King David's Night Club,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in Tamale when they were opening black box restaurants. And I remember there were years where this Sarkodie, what's his name? Not Strongman. The other his name. There was a
Manifest
Akwaboa.
Abuako
Aqua.
where most of these guys were actually passing through, to entertain. So it's actually putting up some live performance, small concerts for music lovers to also pass through and enjoy.
Right.
And
Right.
things that, but you know, apart from that, Christmas here has been amazing. Personally, my friend took me out. We went and had fun. We ate. We actually took some soft drinks because I don't take alcohol, and
Yeah.
so it was actually great. And I've seen people enjoy and people having fun.
Awesome. 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 Let's but get back to general. What's good in the BA region? What's going on right now in the Bruno region?
Yeah.
I know you guys are holding it down. Let's know what's going on. Any big news, events, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, this particular week, it was just some normal conversations and then some one or two. I think Imrana, as we know, the emergency hitmaker who, blew, should I say, shot to fame, some time ago, some years ago,
Yep.
actually went down for some time now and then has been struggling, or I'm just sorry to use that word struggling, or has been trying as much as possible to come back again. Actually, this particular year, he has declared this year as his another breakthrough, or let me just say, as his comeback again, because he has just released a song, and then he has been going for some media tours in order to, get back to the industry, or to get back his get back to his prime again. So
Yeah.
he has just released a song and then some couple of interviews, some radio tours, and then some other things. So I think a lot of these energies are on him on how to come back again to be able to cover, or how should I be say, to surpass where he reached some
Mm-hmm.
years ago. And then it has also been our concern that he has been one of, I mean, the very most that is having, what's the name, how should I even put it,
Some
that
leverage.
has been there, yeah, good, that has been there, but because he's down, it has given, like, it has
I
dimmed
don't.
the
I
light
mean,
of,
when you go like that, I don't get it. Well, he
yeah,
came out with a hit song. Yeah,
yeah,
was
yeah.
it some time ago? Is it Imagine Say or something?
Imagine say, yeah,
And then
yeah,
the Vim went down. I mean, I could say
yeah.
this is not only him, but it's for most of the upcoming ones. What basically is the problem? I mean, is it capital? Is it promo? Like what happened? Because I mean, like Sheriff, like this. We all know Black Sheriff came up and he kept giving us bars upon bars upon bars, and he keeps going. But that's just one out of a million.
Should
Why
I should
is
I
there
go
so
a
many?
bit into it?
Yes.
If I should go much into this, I think I might be stepping on some legs or some. Let me just put it that way. I might be stepping on some, but we need to tackle it. It has been an issue in our industry here. Probably one of the coming weeks in our podcast, we have to get him on for us to
Yeah,
also
yeah,
have
yeah.
his
I
side
know
of
his
the
his
view. Yeah,
manager was a friend of mine.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
even still close to the whole team. Yeah. So
yeah.
the whole thing right now is when the people of Brouhaha or wherever you got your shine from, those people should never ever be neglected or should be looked down upon in any way. Those that help you to come up, you give them the maximum respect so that they will keep on giving you the kind of support that you need. It got to a time the kind of relationship between him and the media and then the people became something else. He wasn't giving that energy again because now he think he has gotten there. So probably even at a point in time went to stay in Accra, left Sunyane and then went to stay in Accra because he thinks that is where he was gonna get up the whole thing. And then again, he also went and then signed up to a media touch. Is it Midas Touch, right? Midas Touch Records, or was it the team, the record label that Ebony was on? They signed him and then they crippled him up with some things. I think they were rushing to sign because of some of the monies and then some of the things that they saw in the contract. So they couldn't get a lawyer as at that time to go through the contract to read it and make them understand that this is what you are signing up to. So it crippled him to a point that they weren't allowing him to, I mean, release some songs or do some other things on his own. So I think a lot of these
Well,
things, I mean, got
I
up the
I
whole
I
thing.
I
Yeah,
I clearly understand you, but it's debatable. Maybe we
yeah.
might have to talk about this
Yes,
another time.
yes. So,
Because yeah, I'll let Kojo
tell
come in
them
very soon.
it
Yeah,
is debatable.
yeah, I'll let Kojo come in very soon. The
Because
thing is, do you think somebody can blow up
Yeah,
without coming to Accra? Like blow up nationwide without coming to Accra?
yeah,
That's a question
I,
for another day.
yeah,
But
okay.
I feel there's a time you have to make a move.
Yeah, I didn't
And
actually say because it's moving to Accra made things so, but I said he moved to Accra to stay there. But when at times when you come to stay, when you go to stay in Accra, still you have to come back home and then do
I
some kind
get
of
you. I get you. So
be
it's
around.
it's about
Yeah,
building your base, like getting a
that is it.
strong base where
Yeah,
you can stand on the base and then push to
yeah.
other places.
If it
I
is
think
my artist, I'll opt that the artist should go and stay in Accra because here we are limited.
hey,
so there
Yeah,
there you go. So
yeah,
sometimes you can't blame them when they move, but the thing is
yeah.
you need to respect where you came from. You need
From
to
yeah,
still give reference and be loyal to. I mean, because Sharif still tell people Konongo Zongo. Now Konongo Zongo is all over the world, but
yeah,
if you go and like Sunyani Zongo, yeah, I mean Techima Zongo, you know what I mean. You need to really rep your
yeah,
base and then push it to the world. Kojo,
yeah.
what was your take? You had something to say. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I actually have.
Like, Kojo, your network mess up, cry.
What I would say is, this up and coming artist. You made mention of something that why is it that up and coming artists, the moment they come up with a hit song, then that's all. following up with another hit song becomes a little bit problematic.
Yeah.
Most of them didn't actually have, I mean, a lot of work down there before coming up. They will just get a hit song and then that's all. But then if someone like this guy like this,
Oh, network.
Yeah.
Network. Right.
So
So, what you can
um,
we keep on? Yeah, I mean, Hassan, you
yeah,
can.
yeah, so talking about what myopia is saying, I think it is. I share the same sentiment with him because at some point in time, people blame artists for neglecting their previous management and a whole lot of issues. But the fact is that you see, there are times an artist grows bigger and want to explore more beyond his boundaries. So you see, there are certain forces as artist is growing. There are certain forces he may need to reach that particular destination he's eyeing. So sometimes people may always kind of describe artists to be quite disrespectful to
Yeah.
those who actually supported them from scratch. You see, the likes of Stoneboy, he began with high grade Samina, but at some point
Yep.
in time,
You
it
need to
felt
move.
like he just want to be alone because there are certain things he want to explore. And the likes of Kofi Kinata and then these other dancehall artists, the
Yeah.
General, all of them had to move from high grade because they want to explore more. Even Sarkodie, at some point in time when he
Yep.
began, the people
That
he
will.
began with, he had to now, carve for himself another team because he has his own plans and his own directions. So every artist has that.
That's
So
true.
perhaps sometimes
Even with Black Sheriff, he had an issue with some former management issues.
exactly.
My
So
Yeah,
personal
I,
view
I
it's
is
was
still
that if he hadn't
it's still
moved,
pending.
I'm not sure he would have been where he is right now.
at all he wouldn't have been there. So I was even coming to correct Jerry G on that particular part because when he was talking he said Black Sharif is still with the management he began with, but I
No.
know at some
No, I
point
didn't
in
say
time
he's with.
he had to I mean there was this grudge between him and his previous management
Yeah.
and all that. It resulted to court settlement and all that. So at some point in time I know previous management or some management may feel offended because artist is beginning to show certain attitudes. And of course, it will reach a certain time. Management will never understand an artist because if I'm somewhere for some time and I feel like it is time for me to go and explore bigger opportunities, then probably I have to do everything possible to find my way
Yeah.
and then explore those opportunities. Like you said, if Black Sharif was still with his previous management, I'm not sure DJ Khaled would have heard about him. I'm not sure Akon would have even talked about the fact that he may wish to, sign Black Sharif on his record label. So Black Sharif breaking out from his previous management has actually done him so good. At some point in time, we
Right.
just have to understand that this is part of artists,
The show.
career. So
Right.
sometimes we just have to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I
So
feel
that's basically
I
what I have to
feel
say.
Jerry was basing his argument on presenters. Like the presenters are the ones that play the song on radio. They probably um I mean they do more of the radio stuff for these artists. So it's
Not
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 even
even only
just
the
in PA.
presenters.
Even
Yeah.
in Accra, some of these big presenters at radio stations talk about Sarkodie like that he doesn't really come when they need him for interviews and all that.
Interviews too.
But every artist has his journey, and I believe we shouldn't be mad at them if you call and he doesn't show up. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's relative, but it's not only in BA. I mean, sometimes you might call, they are in a certain mood, they might not be able to come, but you will take it as a disrespect. But maybe, honestly, he wished to come, but maybe he can't come. But it boils down to the kind of relationship he builds whilst he's going up. And so it's a good point as well.
So I
Sorry.
think that's one of the trending stories for the week. I think he's going on media tours, and then it's really I mean going on well. The title of the song is "Wake Up." I think he calls this one as a wake up call for him to get back to where he is. And then again one of our entertainment how should I even say it industry players happened to be called MC Konko. He actually came out and then said how the whole thing is going now. Now, our focus or the industry's focus should rather be channeled to those that are very serious and those that have much followings. He said this in the context of there are some people you give them the chance to come onto your shows. You try as much as possible sharing their works, giving them the maximum support and things. But at the end of the day, they go back, sleep, and relax, and then that's all. And then it will be there again. They'll pop up again, and then they'll come in and tell you they're releasing another song, so they need your help again. Do this, come back, and then they go back to sleep again. And then again, he was making this argument or saying this that he will love all the industry before you come to maybe my show for an interview or to be on this podcast or maybe some elsewhere. You need to get one k followings and then above. This is
Mm-hmm.
because the person has seen that you have the followings, you have the numbers, you've reached somewhere. So the person is trying as much as possible to tap into your blessing. Let me just put it that way, or maybe to tap into your followings in order to also get because you probably are hosting maybe somebody who has just two followers. Probably I'm having two followers, and then the person is a bit good, or maybe when a person comes on my show, probably you get maybe 1k or 2k people to know him, and then maybe he might get some followers out of it. So that's one. So what will I also in person also gain from the person? If the person is also not having some kind of followings, I will also tap into the person. Maybe probably he's coming to Jerry G's show or maybe the general show. So probably I will also get some people, maybe get some of his followings to also come and follow me, and then also know, oh, there's also a presenter somewhere or here also doing some kind of good works over there. I think that is where he is building his I mean his point to. And
Yeah.
then with this that maybe when you are going for a collaboration, maybe an artist is going for a collaboration, the first thing a bigger artist will ask you or will want to know is your following, your the media space, or let me say the social media handles. How much followings do you have here? Can you do this? How far have you gone? I think all this they get to know all this. And then it's also saying if these artists that we keep promoting don't, I mean, we don't give them or we don't make them start to know that the followings plays much role in their career, they will feel reluctant. But when they see that when they're coming to my show and then they don't have that 1k, if you don't have 1k, you can't come on this podcast, or maybe you can't come on the Reggie show, you can't come on a reality show. Then that means I'll try as much as possible, bolden to get this 1k before, and then but because they don't know the value of those followers, they feel relaxed and then they won't do anything about. Some people just come. When you go and then check out on this some of this artist timeline, they posted somewhere in 2021. They don't post anything, but they say they are doing active music. Maybe not just maybe some particular social media handle, but most they don't know anything about this digital market. They don't know much about whatever that they are doing. That's another conversation. So I think this is where
Right.
he was building his point up to.
I
Yeah,
I get your point, but I don't entirely agree with him anyway. But
yeah, sure. We all have different
it's
opinions. Yeah,
debatable anyway. I mean, when
yeah,
you talk of following, people buy following.
Exactly.
sure.
I can
Yeah,
buy 10k right
exactly.
now if you have money. So if you tell me,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
somebody who doesn't have talent can just buy 10k, and because he has 10k, he will just come on your show. I mean, it doesn't work like
yeah,
that. Honestly, I don't
yeah.
entirely. I only agree with
I
him on
think
the point where you
it will be
need to
based
be
on the
active on your
organic
social media.
followers.
Right.
Yeah,
You need to be very
yeah,
active and then keep posting, keep getting into the people's faces. I mean, that's fine. But with the following and the numbers, it has, I mean, so many. I mean, what do you think,
yeah,
Hassan?
Well,
Yeah,
uh,
I think you
um,
just said what I was also thinking, because I don't entirely agree with him as well, because I was just about to talk about organic followings, and then how do you call it, a
Uh,
following where people
yeah.
purchase online. So sometimes it's even hard to tell which one is organic
Which
and which
one?
one is even bought.
Exactly.
Someone can be having even 100k followers, and organically only one person is even paying attention to him.
Exactly.
So sometimes this kind of argument doesn't really hold water. But everyone has his opinion. They are
Yep.
just like
yeah,
Moses. Everyone got one. So maybe I will give him
Perfect.
that benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But I don't think it actually hold water.
Okay. So Kojo, let me
I think I think
okay, come in. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
like I was saying, you can have like 100,000 inorganic following, and then at the end of the day, you make a post and you will still be struggling to have, I mean, 100 people reacting to your post. So what
Engaging,
it
yeah.
means is that you can buy the following, but you can't buy the engagement. So
Yeah.
therefore, you'll be exposed over there. The following you can buy it, but the people who engage, you can never buy it. They are robots.
Yeah.
You understand? So it should be another education that we should start
But you
educating
know that,
young people.
people
People buy
even buy
engagement.
engagement. Do you know that people even buy engagement?
Yeah.
People pay.
People buy
People
comments.
pay, and within some short minutes, you can see the number of views is crazy, comments crazy, and
Mm-hmm.
the number of reactions crazy. So sometimes you may even be asking yourself, how are people able to do this magic?
This is
Because
the
you
first
know
time
very
I'm
well
actually
that
hearing this.
sometimes it's impossible.
Wait, so
First time I'm actually hearing this.
let's ask ourselves.
Oh no, no, no. People buy. I mean,
Also, once
you
upon
can buy comments. You can buy views. You can even buy the kind of comment you want to be on your post. You can
Yes.
tell them.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
okay,
I mean these are all
okay,
there. So
I'm getting
not
to know
all
this.
that glitters
Wait,
on the
sorry,
internet is gold. You know.
let's say you bought those engagement, those comments from mostly this buying of views, and they normally come from the Asia, Bangladesh, those people. You understand? So let's say you post something and you want the engagement. The names, you like the names.
So
Is it
now
going
you
to
can
be
buy from
Abdul
Ghana.
Samad?
Now you can buy from Ghana, Africa. You can buy from UK.
Myopia.
You can buy subscribers in Africa, Ghana. You
Yes.
can buy
You see,
subscribers in UK, US. So just that those
before,
ones are much expensive. The less
yes,
expensive ones is the India, Pakistan, and all those other places. But
yes,
you can actually buy comments from Ghana. You
yes,
can
you see,
buy
demographics,
subscribers from Ghana.
when you are sponsoring your post on social media, mostly you go
You
through
target some
demographics
areas
to
in Ghana.
tell which area you want them to
Mhm.
engage more on your post. So all these things happen on social media. So most of the things you see, the followings, the things, most are not organic. Very few people with much influence, the likes of Sarkodie, Stoneboy, Shetawale, Kiddy, Kwame Eugene, Miss V, the very notable names in the industry. I'll tell you that these are people that have organic, followings. But quite apart from that, even those that are, emerging lately with some of these large followings, most are sponsored ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that defeats the argument about engaging people because
Okay.
of their numbers. You know, I mean, well, I think that there are
Again, just like
positives and there are negatives when it comes to these inorganic stuff. Everybody has it. Even the top artists, all of them, some have a little bit of some inorganic just to push because it helps make you feel good. You know, when somebody comes on
Definitely.
your page and you're like, you get like 100K, like the person has a different perception about you.
About
But
you.
you make sure you build the organic as well, together with whichever inorganic you have, because I'm sure all the big people still have some portion of inorganic in
Exactly.
there. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. So I
but
mean,
see, Jerry G
it's
Jerry, real
yeah,
real
Kojo.
Jerry was making an argument about BA. I mean, how we can get there and all sort of things. And I think since King Hassan is here, and since I would say BA, some of us we are looking up to the Tamale, the Northern Region market, because they are
I'm yet to
doing
come to
well
that story.
over
I'm
there.
yet to
And
come to that story. I'm yet to come to that
okay,
story.
and I am super
So
glad
let me just
that
present
King
it.
Hassan is there.
Let me just
Okay,
present it so
okay,
that we just go. Let me just
Let's
go.
look at
Okay.
that one. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. The last story is I actually brought up the idea, was asking this particular question on my show yesterday. That was the Showbiz 975. The question I asked was, can Brouhaha get one common agenda, just like the Ashanti region got something like Kumerican, in order to, I mean, help bring all the artists together to give them the how should I, the blow or the limelight as how the Americans got it. I think that was my initial question that I asked yesterday, and then actually I got a lot of feedbacks from the show and then from the comments on social media where I posted it, and then I think it's brought a lot of comments. Some people were saying we should stop the backbiting and then come together, and then some other things as they were all giving out their opinions about it. So I think that's the last story for the day for Brown Apple. So the agenda is, or the question was, can we all come together, create one agenda to help push the industry to go far, as the Americans, or let me just say the Ashantis did for the Americans?
Yep.
But
That's
even me, the Americans, I don't think it is the togetherness, the unity that actually push them. It's their
that's the
talent
thing. It's
and
not the
uniqueness.
yeah.
Because even there, do you remember that even among them, just them, the guys,
Yep.
Yautog
Yeah,
and them. So how come Yautog is not even part of them? They had issues.
yeah,
To an extent,
yeah,
Yautog went on stage during VGMA to collect his accolade and he was
Mm-hmm.
throwing shades. You understand?
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't think it's unity. You see, uniqueness is always the key. In music, once you are unique wherever you come from, people will even support you when they are not even in the same geographical area with you.
Yeah.
So that is the advantage the Americans are. They are Sake boys.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
have been very unique since they emerged, and
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
their music is completely different. And I
bro,
can tell you that their
bro,
emergence
what is
actually even
so
sold this drill song and stuff, because GH drill song isn't actually something that people really pay much attention to until this Asake boys came out. So their
Yeah.
uniqueness is actually what helped them. Even them, among them, they themselves, the team among them, they had issues. That's how come Yaltog even broke away from them.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Kojo, you were
bro,
saying.
bro, what is our definition of unity in the industry at all? What is the definition of unity in the industry? When we talk about unity,
You see,
what are we talking about? What are we looking
you
at?
see,
Unity
you
as in
see,
what?
you see unity.
coming
If
coming
if you
together
want to
as
if you want to understand if you want to understand the effectiveness of unity, then probably you may want to talk about peace. You understand that where there is no much peace. If I say peace, peace cannot only be related to war issues.
war. Yeah,
In every human relationship, environment, there is violence. There are different types of violence, disagreements, misunderstandings are all aspects of that. So if these disagreements and misunderstandings keep is consistent among people living in the same area, then it should tell you that there is no peace. And once there is no peace, unity is not there. So I think on that scale we can measure the essence of unity, among people. So once there is no peace and there is misunderstanding and disagreements, and this keep on happening consistently, then there is no unity. So you see, even in the Ghanaian music industry entirely,
Yeah.
unity is one major problem that we have to deal with. I always talk about this. You see, the Nigerian music industry, they are really enjoying their market because of, at some point in time, there are disagreements, but the level of their unity sometimes is mind blowing. Look at when this boy, what's his name? The boy who released Machala,
Yeah.
is Kata Efe.
Yeah.
Kata Efe was actually a comedian, a skit maker,
Yeah.
and that was his first song
Oh.
he recorded, and the song was mind blowing. It was topping charts across Nigeria. And when I visited his most of his social media handles, come on, the way they are really supporting the guy. You see these celebrities, everyone really rooting up for him. It's mind blowing. That all the big names, they were commenting, some were sharing. But
Mm-hmm.
here in this GH industry, it will be hard for you to see Stoneboy doing something and you see Sarkodie talking about it. Sarkodie would rather use that time and energy to talk about his event. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? There are instances where you will see Burna Boy supporting the video and others. There are instances you see, they are really surprising each other. Even though we know at some point in time it is an industry thing where people disagree with each other and have some little issues. But
just
even though
recently.
there we can you see, even there we can say at some point in time they have issues to deal with as far as unity is concerned.
Let me
But
add this one up to you.
it is on different level in every industry you look at. But for the
I
Ghanaian
want to help you.
industry,
I want
it
to help you
is
with
it
this.
is it is it is one major problem. Trust me.
Whiskey just tweeted he's going on a tour with Davido, I think, but there's been some banter between them for some time. But just look at just recently the tweets, whatever it has brought
Yes.
to the
Yes.
industry.
So
So
so that's it. So unity is actually one of the major issues here.
So
right.
from what you are saying, I can just conclude that probably this kind of unity thing, it should be like things crossing over to share the works or to I mean, to help promote their colleagues' artists. I think that is
Ah,
where we should be
recent,
attribute.
That is where
recently.
that is where
I'm
the
coming. I'm coming. I'm coming, myopia. Recently, when what did South Korea do? Sorry, what
where
did
I would love to
Shatawale
turn it.
do?
Hassan, please,
I'm coming.
Hassan.
Yeah, my yeah. Let let Hassan
Let him
finish the
land.
point. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Hassan.
I'm coming. Recently, what did Shatawale do when people were comparing it with Black Sharif? He felt offended because he
Yeah.
felt like this small boy. He was just saying a whole lot of things that we all were surprised to hear them coming from the mouth of Shatawale. Was it Ochaya? Was it Ubewu? You
I,
understand? All these are things that I wasn't expecting. Shatawale, you are a big name, and we know Black Sharif is growing. So to go to an extent where you would have problem where people, mere music fans, are trying to compare him and the likes of you, at least you should give the boy a thumbs up because people are actually seeing you to be great, and that's why they are
that's
comparing
why they are
you.
comparing him to.
Even
Yeah.
DJ Khaled is talking about the guy. DJ Khaled was playing the boy's song and jamming all over it. So
Akon.
it
Yeah.
is one major problem we are dealing with. Trust me.
Right, myopia. Come in with your.
Jerry G made a point that the unity, it might be like in a form of a colleague sharing a brother's project, upcoming event, or something like that. And this argument, it has been going on and on and on and on. See, is it mandatory? Is it by force? When did you see Chelsea sharing Manchester's news on their platform? When
Yeah,
have you
that's
seen
another perspective.
MTN sharing Vodafone? Like on their platform. You understand me? The unity should be there, but definitely there's going to be some sort of rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't forget that it is the
The
rivalry
rivalry too
that
helps
keeps
the
the industry
industry.
going.
Yeah.
It is the rivalry that keeps the industry going. Most of our artists, our young ones, they do, post some of their colleagues' projects and things, but it is not mandatory. We shouldn't feel entitlement that I'm bringing an event. This one should, post it, or if I win, if you congratulate me, that's nice. If you win, I will congratulate you. But for instance, like I made this comparison, Chelsea and United. There's no way you will see United, staff on Chelsea's page. Never. It won't happen. There's no way you are going to see MTN staff on Vodafone's page. It won't happen. So why should it happen in our industry? We shouldn't forget the whole industry is fake.
I think
The industry is
your
fake.
example is
It is not real.
your example is somehow not tallying with our industry issues. I mean,
Yeah,
MTN and Vodafone, whatever, they are all in the telecom industry, though. But they are not projecting like they have their personal interests as much as every artist has their personal interests. I feel the unity is about you doing your part, me doing my part. But when it comes to the region or wherever we are representing, we all go together. That's how the
that's
Nigerians
it.
are doing. When they
That's
are
it.
outside, there's no way a Nigerian will take a Ghanaian over his fellow Nigerian.
Do
But no,
you do you do you remember? Do you remember? Shatawale and Viala performed, I
yeah,
think,
yeah,
on one
yeah,
of the
yeah,
stages in
yeah.
USA,
Outside, yeah, that was a big
where
event.
Viala was supposed to come and collect a citation, and
She felt,
Shatawale refused that she should come during his performance. But you see, I had problem, and these are some of the things we are talking about. You see, I see nothing to be wrong with that. I mean,
yeah,
Shatawale, you are performing, and in the middle of your performance, then they
they'll
want
give
to
award.
acknowledge your sister from the same country, and you have problem with that. What message are you
You
sending to the
see,
world?
everyone wants to be the king. I mean, but that's one point. You see, so when they're all outside, it's about projecting the country where you're from, not
Yeah,
your personal. I
yeah.
mean, even though we have our personal, goals, but it's about that's the kind of unity I think we are talking about.